previously. But just as that happens, the guard gets scared by a chicken and makes a big show of being distracted by how scared he is by the chicken. And we see there's a huge building with chickens in it and the camera keeps focusing on it. Gee, I wonder if there is something the game is focusing on with creating a distraction for this group to get past involving So we ended the last episode with two choices. The red girl and the green thing that correspond to which ones that you need to go to find that Order of the Stone member. If you pick the red one, because who wants to go with the shithead, you go to look for the great builder Ellegaard in the city of Redstonia. I wonder what materials they use there. Okay, you know what, we should be at least a little bit fair. Let's quickly see what shithead has to offer. I can't. We're just gonna block that out and keep going with what we picked. We're also back in the mine shaft from before and we got a few QTEs and because of course not without everyone's favorite opening sequence. If I could grow a beard, I would be doing so during the duration of this. So in Redstonia, they find Ellegaard announcing that she will be in some sort of concentration as she tries to make a command block. I guess this is now a world in a game instead of a world of a game, treated like its own thing. I don't think they understood either. In later stories, there's even admin for servers, I think. I don't think I've even come across those. I think it's like in another story, but... And there's ways in this season to just shut it down or spam things. It just goes back and forth between mystical world and random server with shitheads in it. So main character and girl ask this god to speak to Ellegaard, and he thinks that he is in a relatable Vine from 2016.
I mean, I'm no Ellegaard, but I'm still pretty cool.
He tells them not to disturb her and makes a big show of taking away a plug that destroys the pathway to Ellegaard. Gee, I wonder if we need to take the path to Ellegaard by making a new plug from the other inventions on this Redstonia world around them. I wonder. There's a lot of bad cow puns in this, a lot of them. Every time I hear one, I want to use a command block on myself. One of the scientists is making something that doesn't make sense. It's a thing that makes cows dance. But why is there lava? I don't care. But if you fuck up your shit by taking the plug, all the cows die, so that's good. Remember, this is a Minecraft thing, so when this happens, the characters and animals all turn into this or like vomit up their own inventory. I want you to specifically remember the animal thing. Just remember it specifically. You eventually get to Ellegaard and she tells you to help her build from this portal and this command block thing, and if you don't help her, the other characters just do it for you, I guess. So it looks like they've been doing it one thing at a time, like lift this block, turn this switch, one thing at a time. But so why does she even need help anyway? She's always standing next to you when you're doing a new thing. Is she just making you feel useful? But as you probably guessed, they fuck up and manage to find a portal before the wither thing conveniently just shows up to move the plot along, I guess. That's his job. He's probably very proud of himself. Mash E to not die. I wonder what the wither actually does afterwards. Like, it just hangs around and attacks her, and I guess it eats the entire world afterwards, or at least it just hangs around playing cards or something. With these kind of entities, it's like, I'm not sure what you want, really. You just kind of there and you're making me feel awkward. Kinda wanna leave. I guess that's the true power of the demon, right? Once they get back to the house, Lucas apparently found Petra, who managed to run here somehow. But now that they found Ellegaard, they're all told that Shithead went to go to the other stone member, I guess. And that's what happens vice versa. If you pick Shithead instead, the girl goes off to find what's-her-face. This is Magnus, who I hate.
Why'd you bring the queen of the nerds with you?
He has the character of a divorced middle-aged man who was unwillingly told to work on an ad for kids and hasn't seen a kid since the 90s. I just hate him. Ellegaard and Magnus argue and hate each other for some reason, but nothing really happens. When you calm everyone down, they tell you that the only way to kill the Wither is to use the form of a super TNT called the F-bomb? The fuck bomb.
Really awesome and super cool.
The Wither is a good Christian boy, and he will melt as soon as you swear. But the problem is that the recipe for the F-bomb is with this guy called Soren, another stone member whose whereabouts are completely unknown, because reasons. However, they do manage to get the whereabouts of his castle in the dangerous nether place. You can choose to leave during the night or wait during the day. Might as well get this over with, so you leave during the night and get spammed by zombies and spiders and enders and Lucas again. I think Lucas is the biggest threat here. But they manage to find water and outrun the enders because the enders are good Christian boys who melt if they go near water. After some wandering around, you find yourself alone with Petra, and she tells you she got bitten because this is a terrible Telltale game and you don't even have the option to refuse when she makes you promise not to tell anyone because this is a Telltale game. They fight a bit and drop the medallion. You go on a little adventure and find this library where the edgy Slipknot fucker is hiding again. I think his name was Wait a minute, I can't remember. Ivor. You guys argue and the guy tries to fight you, but he gets his ass beat like 3 times. There's something tension breaking about the fact that you can just leave the quick time event and wait, and it will wait for you before it does anything. Like this guy in Petra will just keep fighting infinitely while you go get a sandwich. So Ivor has potions. That's his gimmick. That's all he does. What a threat. He throws a potion of slowness at the group and they all stop because they're good Christian boys who melt if they get potions thrown at them. And the shithead edgy boy walks away. So that's the end of episode 2. As you can see, this episode is actually like half the size of the first episode. Really fucking short compared to the first one. But in my opinion, it feels twice as long just because of Magnus and cows and other things. I just feel like nothing was happening and I just don't understand how things could get worse. I honestly don't know. I'm not just saying that. Fuck's sake.